Hi, it's me, Danny. Um, the topic for this time is a period of traditions. This is the second one that called my attention because I can connect the foreign traditions, but not connect to follow the example of foreign traditions with Ecuadorian traditions. Because in general, the books are focused on tradition of foreign countries, commonly from the USA. Okay, so we already know that the course is term baccalaureate. This is lesson plan number 7. I forgot to mention that before. So let's go with the first part of our teaching process. That is activation. In the book, there are many traditions, but this time students have to investigate Ecuadorian traditions. That's really good because we can know more about Ecuador. So, in the part, we are going to have 10 letters that include words related to Ecuadorian traditions. Okay? So, and the teacher will make 10 groups of 3 students. And each student will have a role. The leader, the secretary, and the designer. This is going to be based on project and project-based learning. Because I say, okay, it's time to make a project. But for the project, the student have to know what a project is and what is in focus. What is the goal where we want that we want to achieve? So in the building part, I decided to take students to the English lab and work on PowerPoint presentations. Also, we can recommend them to use the slidego.com. That is a page where students and even teachers can use in their presentation. There are really good material there. So, in this part, they are going to design the project, but of course, as I mentioned there, we have a list of the process. What is the process that a student have to follow to achieve the goal, to have a well-organized project? For example, in the building it says in the first part, name of the tradition word, letter because it's focused on the word, investigate the tradition related to our Ecuadorian culture, to investigate. 3, it's a good idea to include advantages and disadvantages of that tradition because there are some traditions that can affect a part of the city, the neighborhood, for the crowd. Too much people. That means sometimes too much garbage that can affect the nature of the place. The student have to include images and celebration dates of the tradition. Also, they have to compare and contrast the tradition with at least 2 other ones. It says using a PowerPoint presentation to express ideas, at least with 4 slides. And then at the end, everything will be checked because they can develop this activity, of course, in the PowerPoint, as I mentioned before, but this one can be created and shared at the same time with the teacher. So the teacher can have in the main computer, all the PowerPoint presentations to share with Drive. So the teacher can see, can check, can monitor from its main computer what all the groups are doing, if they are working or not. Even though the teacher can correct some mistakes that the students do, okay, or even give advices while they are working. But this project is not only based on rules and everything. The point is that they can enjoy the moment. They can make investigation. They can use cell phones. They can exchange ideas no matter what. If the students belong to the same group, because that is the point, to support each other. Okay. So then they are going to have 3 minutes In the wrap up, in this part, they are going to have, well, they have to prepare what they are going to say in the presentation, and they are going to have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to expose ideas. So they have to, each group has to distribute the time. What they are going to say, clearly, short and clearly. Okay, so we can cover all the groups. So 3 multiplied by 10, 30. So we can cover. Maybe we can pass with 2 or 3 minutes. So depending on the order that they are finishing the presentation. So, okay, so the negative aspects is that maybe the time. We will need the time. Maybe we can do this in 2 hours. But if we distribute the time well, this can be developed in 1 hour and 10 minutes as minimum. That is the negative aspect, that could be the time. Then we have the positive aspect. What is the positive aspect? That they are preparing for the university, because in the university they are going to create many things. They have to do infographies, presentations. So they are practicing for the future. Positive, something related to this is that they will learn more about our culture, our Ecuadorian culture, our traditions, things that maybe they didn't know before. Then we have, why the activities? Because these activities involve them more in about Ecuador, about our country. That is why. Okay, so in the book says, in the pages, it is about USA, but okay, always USA, always New York, always foreign country. Why not focus on our Ecuador, in our country? Okay, what else? In this part, what changes can I do in my plan? So I can work not only in Ecuador, even though we can work with provinces. So we can investigate at the beginning, we can propose to students to investigate about the traditions in 10 provinces of Ecuador. So we can expand more the knowledge. So in the building we can take that information and create a big graphic organizer. We can create diagrams with the information. What is the disadvantage, the advantages, to compare and contrast, and then we can apply the compare and contrast, but be among the provinces. That could be a good idea. So then in the wrap up, they can play the Kahoot game. Maybe the teacher can expose extra ideas how to develop a project. Maybe the first time can be worked with a teacher, so they have a good result and an example of how to develop the project. Because before this, we cannot say to students at once, okay, we are going to do a project, because maybe they don't know what a project is. What is the result? What is the goal that we are going to achieve? What is the point of doing a project? A project based in learning. So we have to be aware of that. We have to explain them why we are doing this. Why are we not reading or listening things or something like that? So because we want them to make hand-on activities and to focus on the way how they can project that information acquired through a project. So they are learning like step by step. They are learning and at the end they are going to show a product. That the product is going to be the presentation. In this case, they can start on this way. That could be a good idea. So that's all. Thank you so much.